anytime you have a war like this, the people benefiting are the ones who sell weapons and make weapons and finance the companies that make weapons. So,
excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, and then you also have the banking industry that finances all of this as well. So they benefit from wars, and it ultimately is a distraction from things that are happening at home. If somebody wants to put on their full tinfoil hat, the one theory that I heard is that World War III, if it pops off, the fear around it would be enough to coerce countries into accepting a UN-led global set of governance.
That's an interesting concern, though, because it's not like it hasn't been alluded to by, people thinking, on a more global geopolitical scale before.
Yeah, maybe we do an episode where we pull some of the exact quotes and of the World Economic Forum and the mentions of like the need for global governance, which I guess raises a question of like, well, what happens to the municipal and the self-sovereignty of nations when you have these global entities wanting to exert their control? Like, is it possible to have the best interest of all the individuals when the sovereignty is diluted through these, let it be the dictates of the WHO or the dictates of any other global entity? And they've expressed that I can understand in their mind, they want a global government. And
they have evidence too from not so long ago that, given the right catastrophe or situation and global instability and unrest and uncertainty, a majority, I don't know if a majority, but I would probably guess a majority of countries in the world all fell pretty easily in line with the dictates of a global governing body of a sort, right? In COVID response is what I'm saying.
Pretty much that, yeah, the lockdown guidelines and everything, that was all referenced back to the WHO. Even
social distancing, 6 feet, all these, it was the same everywhere. Yeah.
So that's at the government level, but you also have like media companies and tech companies writing into their standards and into their code of conducts, referencing the WHO for their medical guidelines of what you can and cannot say, as well as linking any discussions on climate to what has been established by the UN. Even though people will dismiss these global entities as not having any real power, you look at what they recommend, you have these ripple effects through media and what individual countries implement as well. So it's not an insignificant issue of when they say something, it does change the way people are affected.